What's going on? Wanted to shoot a video real quick and talk some real estate stuff while I got some time, just riding back to a meeting. But regrets in real estate, a lot of times, people say don't have regrets, live your life to the fullest, don't have regrets. I think one of the things that, not necessarily regret, but one of the things I know I could have done and should have done was start early, start investing early. And that was one of the biggest things that, just looking back, was like, man, if I had not been scared, been fearful, had took the leap of faith earlier versus, studying for all those years before I pulled the trigger, did my first flip deal, before I bought my first rental property, if I had, kind of just been more confident. It really came down to confident. I had the knowledge. I got the knowledge early on, in my career, but it took years for me to actually take action and pull the trigger. And I think that's one of the big things that hold a lot of people back. I don't think I'm, special by saying that I hesitated and didn't move out on the knowledge that I had and had picked up, whether it was YouTube, Bigger Pockets, listening to other podcasts, things like that, reading books, joining the local REIA and just linking up with other investors that I saw was doing it. But I had a lot of limiting beliefs with my background. Didn't know anybody in my circle that was doing it. Didn't know anybody who was a successful real estate investor in my circle. Most of the people that were in my REIA, they didn't look like me. And so it was a lot of limited beliefs. But I definitely should have got started sooner and taking action. I think that was one of the things that I had to get over with that. And that was one of the driving factors too that made me write a book, to write my book, Millionaire Real Estate Success Strategies, What They Forgot to Teach You in School. And, I wrote that book that came out December last year, but the whole rationale behind that was sharing my journey and letting people understand that, letting other people that look like me know that, hey, you can do this too. You can be a real estate investor. You can invest and build a business around buying distressed assets while you work your W-2 job, and be successful and do it at a high level. And that you can put teams together. And then I also highlighted other people that are doing it as well too. Whereas that it's not just me blowing smoke saying, hey, this is something I do, but just showing other people and interviewing other people that have done the same thing and doing it at a high level. A lot of the guys that I interviewed and gals, they still operate their W-2 job and built up a massive portfolio over time, or some that's still going through that process. And because it's a journey, it's a marathon. It's not a 40-yard dash. It's not something that you just do real quick and be done with it. That this is a lifestyle thing. And I think that's why a lot of people, they don't find success, because they stop too early, because they start off with strategies and techniques that aren't conducive to where they are in their journey and where their experience level is at, where they are from a time perspective or from a money perspective. That they take off on the wrong strategy, and it doesn't lend itself for long-term success. They get burned out because they're doing something that doesn't align with who they are and what their goals are. And so that's what's, you got to have that strategy. You got to have that roadmap for your life. And I think that's what so many people, they just try to go like, oh, this is the latest thing. I'm going to do wholesale. I'm going to do fix and flip. Oh, I'm going to do self-storage. I'm going to do mobile home parks. Oh, I'm going to go and do short-term rentals. And it was like, okay, I'm going to do multifamily. And now you're all over the place. You don't have focus. And you never stay in anything long enough to actually be successful at it, that you give up way too quick. And it's because you don't have the right strategy that aligns with what you're doing, where you can sustain it for a long time. And I think that's the strategy people have to go through. But that's one of the regrets I got. I didn't start sooner. I could have took a lot of action earlier. Looking at the assets, man, 2010, 2011, 2012, buying distressed assets at that level and the prices they were at, and what they would be worth now, oof, man, be amazing. But you just got to keep moving on and know, hey, the best time to buy real estate was 20 years ago, and the next best time to buy it is today. And being able to find those deals and go through that process is what it's all about. But regrets in real estate, that's why I'll share with people from my experience, take it from me. Somebody that's successful in real estate investor, you got to start now. Don't waste time, because next thing you know, a year be going by, 5 years, 10 years going by, and you still hadn't taken action. If it's serious about building wealth with creating a second job, a side hustle, buying some assets, getting some passive income coming on, if that's important to you, then you got to start today. You should have started yesterday. If you're serious about it. Whereas that now you can go off and start immersing yourself in everything that you need to know. And I think that's what too many people, they don't. They get delayed, they get overcome by events with life, they get distracted, and next thing you know, life's passed them by and they haven't done anything or did anything on purpose, you know, to get to where they want to be in life with their dreams. So if you're interested in real estate investing, definitely I challenge you to come out to my boot camp November 14th through the 18th. My real estate investing boot camp is going to be virtual. It's online, 5 jam-packed days. Those that do the VIP experience, I'm going to have some of my people within my network, other successful real estate investors, and successful people that's gone through my coaching program, where you can ask, you know, we're going to go through Q&A, you know, you go through your homework and just share and answer whatever questions that you guys have on building your strategy out, helping you find the right market to invest in, and doing those things that you need to do to set yourself up for long-term success. So you're interested, it's the place to be. You won't be disappointed. It'll be the best investment that you made into yourself this whole entire year. I guarantee that. I stand behind that 100%, because the knowledge that I'm going to share with you guys is going to be game. It's going to be life-changing if you take action. You still got to take action on it. But if you're interested in real estate investing, definitely check out the link in my bio, or, you know, shoot me a quick DM if you're interested in that, and I'll share that with you. But yeah, November 14th through the 18th, 8 to 9 p.m. VIP is 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. where you get the Q&A, and we're gonna have a mastermind where I'm gonna bring in 2 or 3 people within my circle, probably each night, whereas that we can go through and I'll give you my perspective on what you could do, and you have other people that's successful point of view too on what you should do in your situation. And that's all a mastermind is, and bringing that together to help you be successful and get after your goals. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, just want to talk about regrets in real estate. You're not the only one. If you got some regrets, but you got to take that and move forward and take action. And I think that's one of the biggest things with having regrets. And because we don't push ourselves hard enough. I should have been pushing myself. Should have got started way earlier. You know, getting the knowledge, but still had that fear to get started. Didn't think I had enough knowledge. I wasn't networking, and had that fear. And it took a while to get over it. And I had that success in my day job that was going on. I was like, okay, well, yeah, I can do it. We'll pick up a house. We bought a foreclosure to live in. But now it's like, oh, I could have been buying a whole lot more assets at great prices. But now taking that, it's like, okay, don't waste time. Take advantage of it. Put systems in place. Put people in place. And go make it happen. And so that's what it's all about, whereas that you can look back and assess where you're at in the past, what you should have done, but now it's like, okay, how can I take in those lessons learned and go off and use them as exactly that, not regrets, but lessons learned. And now we're moving out into the future and taking that with us and being able to benefit from it long term. So that's what it's all about. The REI boot camp coming up, real estate investing boot camp, November 14th through the 18th. Make sure you tap into that. And yeah, we'll see you on the next video.